They're the Conbini boys. They're the Conbini boys. They're the Conbini boys.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Matt, how's it going?
Oh, it's going really well, Mike. Doing a lot of baking. Baking continues. Made some excellent milk bread, which I turned into pizza toast last night.
Ooh.
I got some donuts going for today. Some bombolini, con I don't know. I can't remember what they're called, but anyway, they're cream-filled donuts. But yeah, that's kind of the best thing going on right now for me. What's going on over in Kurobe?
Not much, man. As we were talking about before the podcast started, we were thinking about, hey, let's open some restaurants. And so, I've got this idea about Flappy Pappy. This is the name of the restaurant.
Great idea.
Thinking burgers, and every Sunday we're gonna have a good old American breakfast. And as I was saying, I don't care if anyone comes. It's mostly for me. We're gonna have pancakes. We're gonna have real American bacon, sausage,
Home fries.
Home fries. Oh yeah, cream chip beef. Sausage gravy, grits. We're gonna have everything, Matt. Having fun thinking about that. But things are good here.
Idea.
Yeah, and we should do it. Things are good. It's gonna hit the rainy season here coming up pretty soon, so enjoying the good weather while we got it.
Nice. All right, Mike. Well, we got a ton to talk about today, so what do you say we just jump right in?
Let's do it, Matt. So, first things first, Matt. Big news out of Lawson, as you know, and big news in the world in general, in video games, but in the world in general, I'd say. So, Matt, we have at Lawson a campaign for Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And Lawson's doing a tie-up with them. I've actually got the link wrong somehow, so I'm trying to pull it up here real quick. Zelda Lawson. But before we get into that, Matt, you were asking me how I'm doing. I'll tell you, I'm kind of tired because this new game came out, Matt.
Yep.
And I was a huge fan of Breath of the Wild. One of my great, in my history, one of the things that's sort of I remember that time of playing that game so fondly. And this new one came out and I was thinking, hey, it's just gonna, probably be the same. And I'm just completely blown away, Matt. Absolutely blown away.
Everybody's saying the same thing.
Absolutely blown away. And so I have, in every single minute of my time in the past week that I haven't been with Leo, haven't been working. I've been playing the hell out of this game, losing sleep. Matt, if I understand correctly, you're actually replaying Breath of the Wild right now. Is that right?
Yeah, Mike. So I'm convinced the whole world is conducting like a Truman Show style experiment on me.
Okay.
Trying to make me believe these Zelda games are good. So the new game came out, Tears of the Kingdom, and you know what's going to happen. It's going to be 10 out of 10. It's going to be one big video game review circle jerk for the next week. And of course, that's exactly what it was. 10 out of 10 all over the place. Yeah. And then I was just thinking, I played Breath of the Wild as well. I was convinced to buy the game. I think I actually bought Nintendo Switch so I could play Breath of the Wild. And I have a mixed relationship with Zelda games, and I'm often baffled, just totally baffled and left supremely frustrated by the puzzles. This goes all the way back to the Ocarina of Time when I actually paid my next door neighbor, Lee, won't say his last name. This kid was like 2 years younger than me at the time, $20 so he could beat the water temple for me. I was so pissed off I couldn't get past this legendarily hard temple, by the way, for those unfamiliar with that
Oh
game.
my god. Oh yeah.
But Breath of the Wild, it took it up a notch because it's not a linear game at all, as I'm remembering as I replay it. There's no one way to play. It's just a perfectly open world, and you can go anywhere immediately. And I just remember being in those divine beast machines, and I was in one this morning actually. The elephant, Zora Kingdom, losing my goddamn mind at these puzzles, trying to figure them out for 3-4 hours. I wrote about this in the newsletter, but I'd be up at 5-6 in the morning playing until about 9, and then Karen's alarm goes off, ding 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 ding, and suddenly I'm left humiliated as my wife comes downstairs to make coffee and read while her mid-30s husband plays the 4th hour of Breath of the Wild while she sits behind me reading like an adult.
Yeah.
And there I am trying to figure out how to make this goddamn elephant.
Oh my god.
Stupid terminals. Gotta find these fucking terminals. Anyway, sorry. So I was like, okay. And then the cooking, the cooking I never really got into. The foraging, now I realize I'm playing it again. I'm real, oh wow, this cooking is good. You got to cook all the time. So I'm cooking up a storm. I'm getting I got the hardy radishes, I got the truffles, trying to catch crickets.
Oh, get those truffles. Now you're talking.
Truffles. So I have a mixed relationship with these games. Yeah, they're fun, but it's the puzzles I find, come on, how hard do we need to make these?
All right, Matt. Okay. And by the way, just tell our viewers right now, I wanted to talk about Zelda, so we're going to be talking about Zelda. You can skip ahead a little bit if you're not interested in this. Matt, that thing you're talking about, that like you drop in this world, there's no direction, you don't know what to do. I think for me, and like this experience and this feeling that I haven't had since I played the original Breath of the Wild, now playing Tears of the Kingdom, is it's almost like I was a huge fan of like the Hobbit and like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that when I was a kid. And I remember like reading these books and like having this, like at the beginning of this, when they set out on this adventure, this just like huge like feeling of just like endless possibilities and like adventure. And that is what I do feel playing this new Tears of the Kingdom. And Matt, I will say the great thing about this newest one is even in Breath of the Wild, there's a way to do this puzzle. And there's still that sense in Tears of the Kingdom, but like the level of freedom is like out of this world. Like
that's what I've been reading.
Yeah, you can't like figure out how to do this puzzle, how to get to the top of this like mountain. We'll just put a rocket on your attached to a piece of wood and like shoot yourself to the top of the top, this.
That sounds pretty fun.
It's so cool. And so I've just been having this great time. My brother actually texted me, Josh, this morning. He said, I think Tears of the Kingdom is the best game I've ever played in my whole life. And I was like, yes, yes, I agree.
Josh is a guy who's played some video games.
Played some games in his life. And that like feeling, I'm telling you, Matt, like, this is a little teeny bit of a spoiler, but you play Tears of the Kingdom. You start in this like, you start in this sort of like floating island area. It's like the tutorial area, and like when you finish that, you like descend to the to Hyrule. And man, where else would you go? When I was going down and like floating down, seeing this world, I was just like, oh my God, this is this feeling that I just, it's so great.
Well, everybody's saying the exact same thing. And I did see some tweets about some of the stuff people are making, including, somebody made a Trojan horse. Somebody made somebody crucified a Korok. Oh my God.
What?
Somebody put a Korok on a crucifix.
Okay. Why?
Somebody made like a wooden man with a flamethrower penis.
Oh, nice.
Somebody made a like a rotisserie barbecue.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
my God.
big.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Big.
it does look impressive. But I'm gonna play Breath. I'm gonna finish Breath of the Wild, and then I'm gonna probably pick this up because now you're saying it's great, and Josh is saying it might be the greatest games ever played, and Josh is probably one of the
Yeah. The great gamers of our generation. There's
one
no
of the
doubt
great
about it.
gamers of our generation. Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, dude, I actually want to talk. I'd like to just make this whole episode talking about Zelda, but I think maybe, unfortunately, we should talk
Zelda to
about some.
about though.
We do. I just want to like convince people like how magical this game is. And this picture sums it up. We're looking at a campaign out of Lawson. They're doing a tie-up with Tears of the Kingdom. This is a little bit late. This is actually like in full swing last week. But Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, this campaign with Lawson. Here we got Link. He's standing on this floating island looking down over this mass, expansive kingdom. Anyways, Matt, this is pretty cool. So what do we got? There so you can get some stuff. You can get like a clear file with Link or Zelda. You can get a multi-cross. I don't know what that is. I think it's a piece of felt or something like that.
Nice. Cool.
And they've got some food and stuff like that. But the thing that I wanted to jump to, Matt, which is really cool, we've got some original food items that have already come out. And I wanted to go through those, Matt. And the cool thing is as you were mentioning, the cooking within Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, is kind of this weird system, but you collect all these different items. So you kind of like hold them in your hands, you throw them in this pot, and then there's this song. It's like dun 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 dun. And so these are themed off of this, like actually like things that you might be able to make in game, not exactly one-to-one, but for example, first we've got this Karage-kun Poka Poka Kusa. I don't know what this is. Poka Poka Soul. No. I don't know. Anyways, it's should have read these kanji before we started. But basically it's the hot pepper that you can find in the game. They've mixed this with the Karage-kun. This looks pretty cool. I'm going to run through these real quick, and then any that jump out, you can let me know. Sure. We've got a dry curry onigiri. This is from the Goron Kingdom, the Fire Kingdom.
Yep.
Oh, yes, sir.
Since the Ocarina of Time.
We've got the Kemono Niku Kare Pan, basically just like wild meat curry pan, which I know you're not a fan of curry. Pan. Then, hey, buddy, we've got the Max Truffle Kaoru Kinoko Focaccia. There's a truffle focaccia. Interesting. All right. And then we've got the Tsurugi Banana Ole. This is a banana cafe ole. And so that's what we've got. Oh, wait a second. I forgot. We've got one more mysterious item here. We've got the Max Salmon Fresh Milk Clam combo. Chowder, Matt.
Oh.
I don't know what.
Is that an actual recipe in the game? I might try that out.
Yeah. Get that salmon, get that milk.
Is.
Yeah, clam chowder looks pretty interesting. So we've got these items here. Any that sort of stood out to you, or that you think you'd like to give a try?
Couple, Mike. Yeah, I mean, the Karage-kun, Poka Poka, the spicy. This combines the hot pepper, right, and then the Poka Poka. Poka Poka is the spicy pepper, right? Or is that grass?
I think so. Yeah,
Poka Poka, the spicy pepper. I remember this fondly because the first time I played Breath of the Wild, again, you're just dropping. Everybody knows that played this game, but you dropped into this world and you can go literally anywhere. And I thought to climb the snowy mountain. You can't climb the mountain until you have clothes to get past the cold weather. You freeze. And I didn't know I would eventually find or be given. I think actually it's the Gorons who give you the winter coat or whatever. I thought I could stuff myself with enough Poka Poka peppers to get across the mountain. And I can't tell you how many hours I spent trying to get across that stupid mountain, freezing to death, running out of Poka Poka peppers. thinking I could get across. It's impossible without the special armor, everybody. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time like I did. Jeez. Go to the go runs. The go runs, that's the other one that came up, Mike. I hate the go run people.
You hate those guys.
Oh, I hate them. Just some of the dumbest creatures any world, real or fake, has ever seen. And they're off in the desert. They got their fire tools, and they're manipulating you with their kindness to do their bidding. They have spices. This is what they have here: the dry curry onigiri spice. And then the last one, Mike, the kimono, kimono curry pan. Not a big fan of those monsters, Mike. Especially early in the game, you're dropped. You're like naked. You get your first weapon is a tree branch. That's all that's around you, and then you're asked to go run around this enormous kingdom battling monsters, which you cannot do without armor and just a tree branch. But of course, I spend my time trying to battle these things instead of going to the shrines to increase my hearts and to find better weapons.
Yes, sir.
Duh. This morning I spent, I'm trying to access the Zoa Kingdom. You need electric shock arrows to get them. And there's some big beast. He's like some half man, half horse thing. Giant weapon.
That guy.
I'm up there. Oh, how am I going to defeat? I've been literally the last week I've been trying to beef up my heart so I can do battle with this guy. Finally realized I don't even need to beat him. I just need to collect 20 electric shock arrows, and they're just sitting all over the place up there. Took me 5 minutes. I could have been well on my way. Anyway, this is why this game drives me nuts. I'm not smart enough for Zelda. Anyway, that clam chowder there. I'll give it the last one. The clam chowder looks pretty good.
Yeah,
I like the look of that.
I know.
And I will try that recipe in the game. I'm sure I'll get a fishing pole at some point. And then I already have some milk. I'll make some clam chowder.
Yeah, I don't know if you get a fishing rod, but you can just shoot arrows at the fish and pick them up, I think. So, hey, you can try that.
Oh boy. Well, I would have been waiting for that fishing rod. You just saved me a lot of time.
I don't remember if there's a fishing rod. All right, Matt. Well, I agree. The only thing that kind of that you didn't shout out, and I'll talk about the Max Truffle Kaoru Kinoko no Focaccia. I don't know about this one, the Focaccia. I will say, people, if you want, hunt those truffles, because you can make all these recipes. You can put up to 5 items in them, and you can do all this stuff, and you can just get a truffle, cook it. Hey. All your life back, plus some extra power. So yeah. All right,
big hearty radish.
Oh,
the big hearty radish.
The big
not to be confused
radish.
With the hardy radish, which is also
big,
good.
Yeah, we're talking the big
hearty radish.
The big hearty radish. All right, Matt. Well, hey, I'd love to talk more about Zelda. But all right, I think we should head on because we still got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah, Mike. Well, we got a ton. This could be a long episode. Strap in, everybody.
All right, let's do it.
It's on to the Chiki Wars, Mike. 2 weeks ago, we had an episode. I don't think there was one Chiki on the menu. Now, it was like Golden Week time, so you got to give everybody a break, even the Conbini.
Yeah.
But Mike, in those 2 weeks, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new Chikis coming out, Mike, across Lawson, Seiko Mart, Mini Stop, 7-Eleven, and Family Mart. The floodgates have opened. So we gotta take a look at all these, Mike. We already looked at one. It was the actually we didn't even include that on the list, did we? There's 7 new Chikis because we got the Poka Poka Karaage-kun from Lawson as part of the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom series. All right, so there's 7. Out, but let's stick with Karaage-kun, Mike, because Lawson's got another one out, and this one looks like a real banger.
Yeah,
Mike, we got the this looks so good. We got the wasabi mayo flavor karaage-kun, Mike.
Oh yeah.
You want to break this down for us here?
Yep. All right. We're looking at a green pack. We got a karaage-kun. He's got a hat, and it's actually wasabi. Inside of this karaage-kun, we've got some chicken, and wedged inside of those are some wasabi cubes. They look like wasabi mayo cubes, Matt. I don't know if we've seen this cube technology. I feel like maybe we saw something like it. But yeah, I love wasabi. I don't think we've had, in my experience, a wasabi karaage-kun. Super pumped about this.
This looks so good. And yeah, the wasabi cube. This could be a whole nother new technology coming to karaage-kun, the cube technology, stuffing flavors into cubes and then embedding them inside the karaage-kun. And Mike, you can tell this one's got some heat to it, because karaage-kun is literally crying. He's tearing up on the box. So watch out, people. This one's gonna, and it even has a warning on it. It's got a warning label on it. Warning, this is spicy.
Yeah.
Watch out, everybody.
Careful.
All right. Next up, Chiki Wars. We got Lawson, Mike. Sticking with Lawson. We got the Tan Chiki Yuzu Kosho flavor. And those grill marks. Man, looks like a Camaro leaving tracks after burning out all over this Chiki. What's your take on the Tan Chiki, Mike, Yuzu Kosho flavor?
Yeah, I don't know if we actually covered it when the Tan Chiki came out, but it's this newer type of Chiki out of Lawson that is supposedly more healthy and more like pure chicken. And pure chicken. I think it looks good. I did like the Tan Chiki. It felt a little drier. It felt like, to be completely honest, it felt more natural. But the Yuzu Kosho, are you kidding me? I mean, we know this is one of the great flavors of Japan. Man, looks good.
They're also, speaking of pure, they're marketing this as the protein-rich Chiki.
Yeah.
And it is protein. It's got 16 grams of protein in this, so you can all feel like beefy boys after eating this guy.
Yes, sir.
It does look really good, and those grill marks look very fake, but very cute.
Yes, they are. Yes,
Look more like skid marks, actually. I've left a few of those in my day. Anyway, on to our next Conbini, Mike. We got Seiko Mart up north in Hokkaido. They're coming out with the spice fried chicken. I don't know. Am I supposed to be impressed by this? Cumin, I guess, looks to be the flavor that they're spicing it with. Mike, it looks like heavy hand on that seasoning.
Yes.
Looks like they forgot to put it on before frying it, and then they're compensating by just dumping piles of. That does not look like cumin either. That's just like red. It looks like paprika in that photo.
Yeah, Matt. Well, one thing I'd like to say is we had been bashing Seiko Mart for just for their chicken nuggets. At least we're getting something new out of here with this, fried chicken, this karaage style fried chicken. I agree. Very heavy-handed with the spice. They're calling it the umami spice, I guess. Like you said, which I guess is cumin. But umami, I don't know. That just looks like a lot of spice. I'd be interested, we have yet to in person try karaage-kun's spiced or fried chicken. So people say it's good. I imagine it's pretty good.
Well, one day we'll get there. Actually, we might be cooking something up in this fall. Finally get into the Gemba at Seiko Mart. We'll see what happens there. Stay tuned, everybody. Yeah. All right, Mike. Big news out of Mini Stop. Mini Stop has 2 new Chiki products coming out. One is a karaage, which has the a super thin batter. Yeah. So it's very light, crispy karaage, but then they have more of an innovative thing happening, the sasami shiso maki. So this is like rolled up chicken, and it's seasoned with shiso leaf. So it's a shiso leaf actually wrapping around the chicken, and then ume as well. So that's sour plum is stuffed in the middle. That's all curled up and then fried. Elegant. Sort of maybe an hors d'oeuvre you'd see served at the Vanity Fair party following the Oscars or something like this. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. I agree. Super innovative. I don't think we've seen anything like this out of the hot box.
No.
And that combo, the shiso and the ume, are you kidding me? I like the look of this, but I'm also interested in the very lightly battered chicken as well, because sometimes you get in with those fried chickens. I mean, it's mostly batter. It's you're getting like a 3-to-7 ratio of chicken to batter. So I like it. Mini Stop never fails to impress, Matt, and I like that. They're going not just one but a double introduction of new. I mean,
double. That does look really good. I mean,
yes,
I think it is worth checking out the thin battered karaage. It looks very juicy.
Yes.
All right, Mike, we're still going. We got 2 left. Next up, out of 7-Eleven. I like this one, Mike. They're calling this the Jalapeno Chiki. Little play on words there. So this is a jalapeno, etc. Nado. So there's more than jalapeno seasoning in there. Spicy, of course. Chiki. Kata means spicy, so they're calling this the Jalapeno Chiki. Mike, what's your take on the Jalapeno Chiki out of 7-Eleven?
I love it. Really excited about this. It almost like the play on words there with the jalapeno almost makes me think of like American marketing these days, where everything's like some sort of like jalapeno something popper, which worries me a little bit. At Papa John's, when I was back at home, we got some poppers out of Papa John's, the jalapeno poppers, and they weren't great. So but besides that, yeah, man. Oh boy, maybe this is what Nana Chiki needed to kind of like give it the boost out there in front of Family Chiki after being the champ for 2 years.
It's so true, though. Mediocre jalapeno poppers are a plague.
Yeah,
I mean, they're just everywhere. Why can't people make a decent jalapeno popper? I don't understand it. I'm excited about this one too, Mike. Who doesn't like a spicy chiki? And, this does have the promise of real heat. The jalapeno in there. Yeah. We're saving the best for last, though, Mike. So this out of Family Mart, I gotta say, they're launching a new product category.
Yes.
In some ways. This is called the Koto Chiki Bow. Bow meaning stick, of course. And Mike, what we got here, I guess you've had this, so allow me to break it down and we'll get the review. Yeah. But in their chicken, kind of like chicken nuggets shaped as a ball. But then the batter on the outside, Mike, this is a very robust, very crispy, and they're leaning into the crispy, the zaku batter, and you get 4 of these balls on one bow, on one stick. $1.39 for one. Yeah. It does look tremendous. And Mike, I think I don't know if you've noticed, but we haven't seen a poke chiki come out of Family Mart in a hell of a long time. And I think this represents a pivot. They realized there was no chicken nugget war to win against Karaage Kun. They got out of the poke chiki chicken nugget game. I think they're pivoting to a new form of nugget. This one skewered, shaped as a ball, and then battered crispy.
Yeah. Perfect analysis, Matt. Yes, I did have this. As you saw, can you scroll down again? The important thing here is there are 2 things. One thing is $1.39. $1.39, Matt. Very, very
aggressive price.
Low price.
Yeah.
And I will say, I've had these, had them with Leo. We ate these Koto Chiki Bow together. And these are small balls, Matt. Don't be confused. These are snackers. These are poppers in a sense themselves. Not these. I don't know how I feel. The batter is very good. but like I said, they're small. I mean, these are really like, these are, pop, pop, pop in your mouth. They're a snack, I'd say, more than like a chiki. Even less than a karaage-kun. Like I'd say maybe two karaage-kun, or two of the bows, the korochiki bows would be one karaage-kun in terms of like total like
Interesting.
fulfilledness or whatever.
Well, at $1.39, no problem buying two.
Yeah, buy two, buy three, buy four. And unless you're going to this Conbini that I've gone to recently, and this guy never, puts anything in the damn hot box. He's one of the worst. He's a shame. He's a real like, stain on the Conbini. So yeah, Matt, I'd say this is good. I think it's going to be here for a while. I think we're going to see some variations. They're going to try. I'd like to see a spicy one. But we'll see if it has a longevity. I'm not sure.
Well, looking forward to seeing where this goes and seeing, will Family Mart do more with the skewer? It does seem like it's an open area. Really, the only skewered thing chicken related is yakitori. That's a whole different category. That's not fried.
That is not.
And so I think they got room to run. It's an open playing field. So if this is the pivot away from poke chiki, I'd be excited about that. But maybe boost the size a little bit, or maybe just buy 2, 3, 4 at a time. Maybe that's the right play.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. That wraps up a huge Chiki Wars segment. 7 new Chikis out this week. It's time for the scoreboard. What do the numbers look like this week?
All right, Matt. Yeah, we're running long, so I'm going to zip through this real quick, but we've got pretty standard numbers across the board. Family Mart 56, Lawson 24, 7-Eleven 118, Mini Stop 24, Daily Yamazaki 7, Seika Mart 7, New Days 26. Anything stick out to you there?
Everybody's playing right in their lane.
Yep. All right, Matt. Well, we got a real standard week coming up. And so we're going to go to your loser first. And Matt, can you tell our listeners what we are looking at?
Yeah, Mike, this is out of Family Mart, and I got to pause for a second to remember the many dimensions that are going into this product. So, Mike, this is the pizza potato-like bread. Okay? So, again, I got to take this slowly because this takes some thought to break this down.
Yeah.
So what they're doing here is they're taking the pizza flavored potato chip, which we all know and we love, and they're bringing the pizza potato chip to life as a pizza. Well, let's take a step back. The pizza flavored potato chip is inspired by a pizza. So we have to go all the way back to the origin story of the pizza. Imagine a pizza, everybody. We all know what pizza is. But hold it in your mind because we're about to go on a journey. They've taken the pizza, that becomes a chip. The pizza flavored potato chip. These are delicious.
Yeah.
But now Family Mart is taking the pizza flavored potato chip and bringing that to life as a pizza. And so you have a pizza that does not look like a pizza, but looks like a pizza flavored potato chip. And what it is, Mike, it's a flatbread stuffed with cream cheese. Can't explain that. Or cheese cream. Whatever cheese cream is. Nobody's ever figured out the difference between cream cheese and cheese cream. And then it's got spice, sauce, and cheese on top. So it's like the pizza risen from the ashes of the pizza flavored potato chip to be reborn as a pizza flavored potato chip pizza. I don't know if you followed that. It took me a while.
All right, Matt. Well, let's go on to my loser this week. Matt, my loser is the pizza potato mitai in a pan. And Matt, I'm glad you went through the deep analysis because, that's quite a description. On, Twitter, there's that meme of something like people who say like, that's great, or sorry if that happened to you, I'm not reading that, whatever. Way too long. This is like a book. Um, yeah, like you said, last week, or I think 2 weeks ago, we were talking about the pizza potato wrap that was supposed to be a pizza, and you were saying like all of these dimensions, like we're like going through many abstractions, and then I saw this and I was like, this is even more of it. Now we're going into like postmodernism or something like that. I don't know.
This is like in a peyote ceremony, you gotta get in the teepee, and who knows what happens in there. Yeah.
Just look at this, and like, look at this wrapper that this thing comes in, Matt. Like, this is bread? This is bread. Mitaina bread. It's bread that is in a way like pizza potato chips.
Yes.
Matt, I'm not gonna actually even try to like add anything to what you said. I think we might have to cut up what you just described as like a TikTok video or something. That's one of the great descriptions we've ever had.
I'll be honest. We are looking at a very long description. I didn't even try. I put it into ChatGPT. I needed $200 billion of compute power to figure this out. I mean, there's just, what's the next layer? I mean, are they going to go like a fourth dimension of this?
What would the fourth dimension be? I mean, it would be a literal pizza that is the flavor of pizza potato bread, right? That would be the next, like step.
I wouldn't put it past them.
I wouldn't put it past them either, Matt. So, all right. Well, great. I mean, hey, that's a double stinker there. It's rare that we share a loser. So, an especially bad item here. All right, Matt, going on to your winner. Oh man, now we're talking.
Yep, Mike, the warm months are coming.
Mm-hmm.
It gets hot in Japan. It gets hot as hell. Japan has some great items to keep you cool when it gets hot. One of those items, legendary item, zarusoba. The cold soba noodles that you dip with a little, season it with wasabi. Absolutely outstanding. But this set here, Mike, from Family Mart takes it up another notch because they got the zarusoba with 3 inari. Inari, those go way overlooked. Inari is delicious.
Yeah,
I don't even really know what it is. I think it's rice wrapped in tofu skin or something. Is that what it is?
Sweetened fried tofu. Yeah,
it's so good, and also a great thing to kind of keep you cool because it's light, but it's filling. That with the zarusoba noodles, what a perfect way to stay cool in the hot summer months that lie ahead.
Man, what a great item, Matt. I think you just picked up one of our great winners of all time because you're exactly right. Like, this is keeping cool with food that isn't, like frozen or like, which is just like a meal. This is something like, this concept does not exist in America where we grew up, of like monitoring your body temperature through food, right? And you're right, like we've got some great classics. The zarusoba, the inarizushi, so cool. And I love what they're doing here. And this is standard with zarusoba, but then we've got the grated ginger, talking about like a nice light something to keep cool. And then the sliced negi, the sliced long onions, Matt, with oh boy, wow, this is beautiful. And we often pick up, I think when it comes this time, something like hiyashi chuka, like these cool noodles, but do not forget about zarusoba. And this, what an item, Matt. Damn it. I completely overlooked this one, so I'm gonna show you mine. Mine's very similar in the sense of keeping cool. We've got the afternoon tea royal milk tea frappe, man. We got the frappe going on here. This is out of Family Mart. Hey, just looks absolutely great. So this is using their new technology of frappuccino style things that you can get at the Conbini. And just looks very refreshing. I was on the same kick about the like keeping cool. This is a little bit more, obvious, but it's nice. It's a little frappe that's milk tea flavored. Looks like they got a little like bits of cookie in there as well, which I think is a nice little addition. So like I said, a little sak to shita shokan. Man, nothing, not a home run out of the park, but just a standard, pretty good item for me this week.
Stunning, Mike. And I don't know if you really, people who live in, you don't know how lucky you are. You can get an extraordinary frappuccino for $3.25.
Yeah.
You want a frappuccino at Starbucks? You're talking $8 at this point. Are you kidding me?
Jesus
Who's buying these frappuccinos? You got to be a billionaire. Millionaires and billionaires. Frappuccino. That's the only people who can afford a frappuccino these days. Bernie Sanders.
Was that supposed to be Bernie Sanders?
Bernie Sanders complaining about Starbucks frappuccinos. $3.25. This looks excellent, and they got little cookies in there. Those are Kocha flavored cookies, I guess. So black tea cookies. Nice. I like the sound of that. I also like the afternoon tea theme. For people who don't know about afternoon tea, it's extraordinary. It's like it's a British tradition. It's like a very sophisticated brunch. Here in America, 20-year-olds and early 30s, before you have kids, you go get blackout drunk on mimosas, eating eggs Benny on the sidewalk. That's brunch. One of the worst meals ever invented.
What? Eggs Benedict?
Brunch.
Oh, brunch. Okay.
All right, we can talk about it another time.
Wow, I was gonna say I'm a big bruncher.
I think you're a big breakfast guy.
I am a big breakfast guy. I'm a breakfast all day sort of guy.
Breakfast all day. Anyway, we don't need to talk about brunch right now. But afternoon tea is extraordinary. You go, you go to the UK, and they're becoming more popular in the US, but you just go to like a nice, typically in a hotel, and you get a literal tower of mini sandwiches, finger sandwiches, like little miniature Conbini sandwiches, with little like Lawson Uchi Cafe series treats, and then endless bottomless tea, and then you sit there and just kind of talk. You gossip. It's nice. Gossip. I'm not gossiping. There's a lot of people.
Dude, what are you gossiping about? I don't know, man. Well,
adult theme stuff. Anyway.
All right, man.
Afternoon tea. Right. I like to play with afternoon tea. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, man, this has been one of our longest episodes probably ever. Sorry to the people not interested in video games or Legend of Zelda. But unfortunately, it's time for us to wrap up the episode. First off, I'd just like to give a big shout out to everybody who's ever supported the podcast, by buying us a Chiki or by supporting the newsletter, which sort of a little bit of news for us. We've moved from Anchor as our home for podcasts over to Substack, where we also have the newsletter. So check us out there. We've got some really exciting stuff coming out of the newsletter, like Matt's children's book for the Conbini. Do you want to say something about this?
The Conbini Chronicles, A Child's Journey Through Japan. We're a chapter every week. First chapter was Hokkaido. Next chapter is going to be Aomori. That comes out this week. Newsletter drops later today. Podcasts on Wednesdays. So sign up. You get the newsletter. You get all those things in one shebang, one-stop shop for all your Conbini action. 2 to 3 posts a week, everybody. Amazing. There's this much content related to Japanese convenience stores where you can release up to 3 original pizzas a week, and still there's more you can do with it.
Yeah. No, I know. If we had more time, it'd be probably like a couple times a day. Check it out. If you're listening on any of the apps, drop us a like, or if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and like as well. And of course, check us out on Twitter. That's our home, where we do most of our posting. But Matt, that sums it up for now. I'm going to be in the world of Hyrule, but hopefully I will see you sometime soon at the Conbini.
See you at the Conbini, Mike.